is an election year in the US. In less than a month from Election Day, which by law falls on first Tuesday of November, at which time or soon thereafter the world will know who will be the next President of the United States. Will the incumbent remain the man in the Oval Office, or will it be the previous Vice President from the Democratic Party, Joe Biden? Tonight in our episode, I ask, how does an American vote from the other side of the world? This is not about political issues, but the how to participate.
Americans are already voting. Early in-person voting is already taking place in over half of the states, and mail-in ballots continue to be sent out in all 50 states. Election officials nationwide are expecting a record increases in voting by mail due to COVID-19.
But what about those US citizens living abroad? How will their voice be heard? Joining us now is a US citizen from the Philippines, Mr. Paul Miller. Mr. Paul, nice to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight. I will talk to you about the upcoming US election. I understand you're a permanent resident in the Philippines. How long you live in there?
I arrived November of 15.
Did you vote in 2016?
I did.
How did you cast your ballot in 2016?
Online.
Did you cast your vote in this year's election yet?
I did. A couple of weeks ago, I emailed my completed ballot to my county's Board of Elections and received a reply of ballot received. It's basically the same process I used in 2016.
I understand you used the federal postcard application. Tell me about the process.
The federal government has a website for overseas voters called FVA.GOV. That's Federal Voters Assistance Program. You just go to FVA.GOV and look up your state's guidelines. It's basically a database of every state and U.S. territory's voting guidelines. At FVA.GOV, you download the federal postcard, which is recognized in every state and U.S. territory as the document to register to vote. You just fill it out, return it to your county board of elections along with your state ID, and you become a registered voter.
Okay, last thing before I end this interview, is there anything else you wanted to tell to your fellow American living abroad?
Register if there's still time. Receive your ballot, fill your ballot out, and return it. Return it in time so they can count the damn thing, because democracy depends on your participation.
Mr. Paul Miller, everyone. Mr. Paul, thank you for your time.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Stay tuned tonight with Mrs. Miller. We'll be right back.